G'day guys, I'm Kwackajack and welcome to another video. So you join me on a beautiful Saturday morning here in Brisbane, Australia. We're at Kangaroo Point right now, and I've got something pretty special to show you. We have a 2017 Royal Enfield Classic 500. Alrighty, so we've got around half an hour with the bike. We're starting here in Kangaroo Point on quite a busy road, but I don't know my way around Brisbane too well. So we're just gonna go for a cruise and see where we end up. Okay, so as we go over the Story Bridge here in Brisbane, I'm going to give you some quick facts about the bike. Royal Enfield is one of the oldest bike manufacturers in the world, if not the oldest. I believe they started in 1901. This bike, the Classic 500, has been around for a long time. This is a 2017 model. It's got a single-cylinder 499cc engine. I believe it pumps out around 27 horsepower and 41 newton meters of torque. It also weighs 193 kilograms wet in running water like it is now. So yeah, really excited to take this out for a ride. I have no idea where I'm going, so we're just gonna see where the roads take us. Stay alert, look for me. Now, with those power specs that I've read out, you know, I'm not expecting a whole lot of performance from this bike. Although I have to say, for a learner-approved motorcycle, it's got a pretty decent amount of torque behind it. 41 newton meters. Ooh, well, backfire. So yeah, I really expect this bike to be a lot of fun in the city like we are now, light to light. You know, this isn't the sort of bike that I'd be taking out to the mountains or something like that. So I'm glad I get to test it in its sort of natural habitat. Wow, she's a loud one. Whoop. Pop. Now, first impressions, just sitting on the bike. The seat, it's not bad. Seat's quite comfy. We're in a very upright sitting position right now. My hands are kind of outstretched in front of me. But yeah, classic cruiser positions, just sitting upright. As for dash, well, there's not really much of one. We've got a speedo, don't have a rev counter, don't have a fuel counter, don't have a gear indicator. But I suppose they're going for that whole retro theme, right? Well, considering that it's a single-cylinder engine, the exhaust, I mean, it doesn't sound too bad. It's quite loud. Definitely makes me apparent on the road. People know where I am. Oh my goodness, that's a bus. So this mirror doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot. Yep, we're definitely in the city. Oh dear, what happened up there? Nice. Other first impressions is, look, it's a bit of a head turner. I've only been on it for about 5 minutes, and people definitely seem to be responding to the looks of this thing. I mean, it's a classic design. I'm looking at myself in the glass windows, and sheesh, I'd be looking too. This mirror is just not doing anything for me right now. Why can't I adjust that? Oh, there we go. So let's have a think about what this bike is for. right? It's not for attacking the mountains. It's not for racing. Really, what I think this bike is supposed to be is just a little city runabout, like what I'm doing now. You know, with that single cylinder engine, it's not pumping out a whole lot of power, but it's giving a decent amount of torque. And you know, that's really for light to light sort of performance. And I think it's meant to be a bit of fun. So going into this first ride review with that in mind, I have to say it's kind of delivering. When I first hopped on the bike, it did feel a bit heavy, but now that we're moving, it's not too bad. So another thing that I'm noticing straight away is the vibrations. This thing is buzzy. Can you see my mirrors right now? That, yeah, wow. I'm feeling that through my hands. Not so much my bum, surprisingly. My hands and my feet. Yeah, she's a buzzy little thing. Ooh, I like the way I look on this bike though. I have to say, that is a stylish looking thing. I keep glancing over whenever I ride past a glass window and looking at my reflection because, damn. So we're coming up to Howard Smith Wharves here. This is a pretty popular spot. And you know what? I think this is what the bike's sort of meant for. Rocking up to a fancy spot like this, parking it up and just sort of getting the looks. It's a spluttery little thing. Here we go, tunnel. Let's have a sound check. Ooh! I mean, look, it's not the best sounding bike in the world, but I don't mind it. Oh, we're back on the bridge, going the other way now. I think these bikes were used in the wars, and that makes sense. They've designed their exhaust note around the sign of machine gun fire. Bop, 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 bop. Alrighty, let's take a run down the back streets. Man, this bike's got a lot of character, eh? The vibrations, the noise. Yeehaw! So she's got very skinny tyres on her, and that means that when you go around a corner, it does fall in pretty easy. Considering this is 193 kilograms, when I'm moving, it feels pretty good. I'm going to get off here and get a quick photo. Now let's have a quick look at the styling of this thing, eh? I think that is a good looking bike. There's a reason that they haven't changed the styling of this thing for however many years it is. And that's because, well, I think it works. I mean, it is called the Classic 500. I think, you know what, if it ain't broke, don't change it. The thing looks great. I do like little modern touches like the knee pads here. This bike has got personality. You know, in today's world where most of our bikes, especially the beginner ones, are all pretty similar, you know, they're a bit bland really, and that could be said about my bike too, the Ninja 400. While I love it and it's a great bike, you know, it's not too different from the R3 or something similar like that. This bike, it stands out, it's different. So in that aspect, for me, it gets a big tick. So we've got these skinny tyres on here. How are you? What do you reckon?
Looks good, bro.
Looks good?
Mate of mine at work's got bait. I don't know, I know it's an Enfield, but I don't.
I'm just doing a review on it. What do you reckon of the styling?
I don't mind it. At least it has character. Everything else you see now is just generic.
Exactly.
Basically.
Exactly.
Even though the bike guys at work back, my mate that rides that one because they call it just a lawnmower because they're all Harley.
Yeah.
wankers, for want of a better phrase. But it allows you to stand out and everything's different.
Exactly. Thanks for your opinion.
Have a
Cheers.
good day, mate.
Well, there you go. Got the tick of approval from the locals. And he touched on exactly what I was talking about before. This bike has character. You stand out, and you know, you're bucking the trend a little bit with this thing. Wow, the turning circle is very good. Very good. See, look at this. Because of those skinny tires, it just falls in. Super easy to maneuver. Love that. Ooh, oh man, the turning circle. I love you. Ah, wow, that's hot. Sheesh, man. That exhaust. Oh, wow. That is an exposed metal exhaust. You can see it changing color from how hot it is down there. Man, this thing is a little city slicker. Tight turning circle like that. You can just get in and out of anywhere. Alright, so let's test the power. Alright, so look, it's not fast, but I get the feeling like I am going fast. Ooh, backfire. If you watched my review on the Harley-Davidson Dyna Fat Bob that I did a week or two ago, you'd see in that video that I said that even though that bike was fast, especially in a straight line, it didn't feel fast. This one is the opposite. This one, you're not really moving, you know, that much. Like, I just got up to 80 there, but I felt like I was going fast. And I'd say that's probably got to do with the skinny tires, just being an overall smaller motorcycle. I think I prefer that, to be honest. Feeling like I'm going fast, even though I'm not, compared to actually going fast and not feeling it. So, the seat's a little bit harder than I was expecting. It looks really quite plush, but now that I'm on here, it's hard. It's not uncomfortable, but it is harder than it looks. Alright, so first ride review. Let's talk about it. What do I like? I like the styling. The styling for me is a winner. You know what? It's old, don't mind. It's been around for a long time, don't care. It's got the tick of approval from the locals. It's a head turner, that's for sure. And a few modern touches just sort of add to it and brighten it up a little bit. I really like it. What else do I like? Strangely, I kind of like the exhaust. Yes, it sounds like a spluttering machine gun. Pop, 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 pop. And I don't know if there's something up with the fueling because it's been backfiring a little bit. But I don't mind the exhaust. I also really like and appreciate slow moving maneuverability. Those skinny tires and the really tight turning circle is just, oh, I'm gonna miss that when I get back on my bike to ride home. This thing is just perfect for the city. It's got just enough torque to like be fun from light to light, and I think that's what this bike's designed for, so it wins in that department. Let's talk about things I don't like. Not a fan of this whole situation. I wish it had a gear indicator. It tells me when you're in neutral, but the light's very faint. So is the flashing indicator. It's on now. Can you even see it? In bright daylight. I've left it on a couple times because I've forgotten about it. You know, give me a gear indicator, give me a fuel gauge. I won't even know when the fuel light's on if it's that dim. The power, like I said, it's fun light to light, but much more than that, you're not getting a whole lot. Also, I know I said I liked the exhaust, but it's fucking hot. I just gently grazed it with my leg, and I can still feel it burning. So, yeah, that's got to be careful of that one. Overall though, I am a fan. Would I take this bike into the mountains? No. Would I take it on the highway? Maybe. Would I have it in the city? 100%. Oh. Those narrow little turns like that, I love it. That's so good. Other things I don't like, the vibrations, they're quite hectic. I mean, I'm going 60 Ks in, I don't even know what gear, I think I'm in 4th. And it's, admittedly, it's not bad in the seat, but the handlebars and my feet pegs are wobbling, and so are these mirrors, which I'd probably also be changing to some wider ones too, because I can't even really look around me. Oh, and I forgot to mention what I like the most, and it's just sort of the personality of the bike. The looks, the tight handling, the sound, it sort of just all comes together to make a really fun little city bike. Woohoo! Oh, so good. I don't need a mountain road, honestly. It's so nippy with those small tires. Machine gun fire exhaust. Actually, it only sounds like a machine gun when you're going. When you're at a stop, it sort of sounds like a lawnmower, but that's alright. There you go. Gatling gun. Woo! I like the torque. I can't ask for much more, to be honest. I like the torque and I like the handling. The brakes, I haven't touched on them. Look, the rear brake isn't really much to talk about, but that's pretty much on all beginner bikes. Front brakes, they do their job. Yep, they'll stop you. Here we go, this is what I'm looking forward to. Let's go around the corner. Yeah. I'm worried about scraping, but it's fine. But yeah, classic 500, riding through Brisbane. Alright, let's test the brakes, huh? Yep, I'll stop you. That's all you really need them to do. Very easy to flat foot. Yeah, see that first initial takeoff in first gear is seems like that's where most of the power is. Got to be careful with that one. Suspension's been very, very comfortable. Can't fault that. You know, I've gone over some quite decently sized bumps, and it's handled it fine. The exhaust is loud enough so everyone knows where you are at all times on the road. So the weight of the bike just sort of disappears once you're moving. It does feel a little bit bulky when you're at a standstill, but once you're going, it feels great. Oh, I really look forward to those little tight corners like that. They are so much fun. Whew. Pop. Overall, I'm pretty impressed with the bike, to be honest. It's got a lot of character. Seems to be a hit with the locals, and yeah, it draws a lot of eyes. Like they say, it's much more fun to go fast on a slow bike than it is to go slow on a fast bike, and this proves that. So big thank you to the owner of this bike. Really, really appreciate you letting me take it out and trusting me with your bike. So if you're another Gold Coast or Brisbane local and you've got a bike that you wouldn't mind letting me take out for a spin around the block, please hit me up and let me know. I'm always on the lookout. You can add me on Instagram at Kwackajack_. And while you're down in the comments, let me know what you think of the Royal Enfield Classic 500. Do you like the styling? Would you ever have one? Do you have one? Ooh, ninja. I like it. I mean, if you live in a place like Brisbane or a big city, you don't really need much more. You want a stylish bike that you can park up, and enough torque to get you from light to light, and that's what this bike does. So yeah, it's not perfect, but it's a lot of fun. Alright guys, well thank you so much for watching. Till next time, see ya.